Hello there, welcome back to, Tunis and the Sons of Carthage. We're currently at war with Spain and the Eastern Bloc, if I might call them that. Mamluks have joined in, which is not too good for us, but they actually do have a navy that's more challenging to face than the Spaniards' navy, which is kind of weird to have in the same sentence, but it is a fact. We're currently invading Italy, or we have invaded Italy. We have complete control over Spanish Italy. And all we really have to do now is wait, because I'm trying to drum up the Spanish war exhaustion. As you can see, it's actually working rather well. They're gaining 0.13 now a month. I'm gaining 0. So we're actually going to just wait this out. I want to drive this to its maximum, then we'll make peace. Because it will, of course, make that, as you can see here, a lot of things are going to get kind of harsh for them. The funny thing here is, if they had any colonies, they might actually have broken free. National unrest, for instance, is something that will be hilariously powerful in the near future, because the unrest is going to keep on going up here, and well, that could lead to do I want to harsh treatment these bastards, or do I want to just boost stability? Well, we have 3 more years of punishment ahead of them. Anyways, as we're saying, we're going to drive the war exhaustion up in the hopes that our vassals then will get some free provinces. Which, let's face it, it's not too unlikely. Currently the gain is 0.13 still. So with 3 years left, we can 36 times 0.13. This is a decent amount. But again, here we might do some harsh treatment here just to keep these things free from rebels. And of course to help drive the war exhaustion of the Spanish up higher. For now, however, I'll just leave the war against the Mamluks in capable hands of the Tafilalt, Fezzans and Ottomans. Should be a rather simple one. Well, we of course had a death here, which led to pretender rebels in Algarve of all places, which I'm pretty sure the Fezzans never will deal with in turn. We have a 343 now ruling our nation, which is kind of beneficial. He's better than the old one, and of course the heir is a drooling idiot, or almost a drooling idiot. We're going to put him in charge of an army as soon as we can, which is 13 years time, unfortunately. We also just managed to shake the potential Regency Council, which is useful. Missionary strength +1, prestige plus 0.25 a year, national unrest -1, and tax +5. So 5% that is. So he's a pretty useful ruler. I really like the... No, it's not actually there as an option, my bad. Anyways, I would like the tech bonus guy, so to speak. Piety is currently at -6. Not the best, of course. I would like it at a -100. But again here, the war against Spain is just driving up the war exhaustion as high as it goes. So we'll just keep on waiting, there's no reason not to. And I'm a little bit unsure why I didn't actually keep... Might as well split this in 2 actually. No, I might actually split this up even further. What I'm actually thinking here is, if we, well, keep their harbours under, or blocked, they'll probably get a little bit of extra war exhaustion from that, if I'm not completely mistaken, which we will be testing out now. Yeah, they're at 0.15, so they're getting a little bit more hurt from that, which is of course useful for me, and it's going to be hilarious, hopefully. 1.6 years before we end up in a troublesome situation, unfortunately. So I think what we might actually do here by then is make peace before we end up, well, in such a negative position. Now, as you can see here, the rebels have been dealt with by my dear friends and, well, vassals, and hopefully the Ottomans might actually hand some provinces over to me. We'll just have to wait and see what the end of this war brings. For the time being, of course, we'll just keep on waiting things out, and I should be able to make peace with Spain rather or soon. I'll just say soon, because we're currently kicking their asses. So I think it's about time we make peace here. The Sicilian nationalists are very close to breaking out here, which is kind of funny, all things considered. I'm also going to presume here that the Spaniards now have suffered at least a little bit. They are currently negative prestige at least, which is positive. And well, I can always hope that the Regency Council, funnily enough, here will bring down their legitimacy even further, which is hilarious for a couple of reasons. By bringing down their legitimacy, it will be more likely they get rebels. The fleet they currently have are not big enough to my apologies. The fleets that they currently have are not big / strong enough to handle moving over enough troops to actually deal with the rebels that they most likely will get. So we're going to take 4 provinces, 2 that we'll be coring ourselves, 2 that will be turned into vassals, provided of course that this war ends soon, hopefully. I might have to peace out early here just to make sure that we actually make... I actually have to wait for that war to end, which is we're going to boost ability to try and slow these guys down a little bit. It's kind of doubtful. And we're also going to spend some military points on a harsh treatment. I'm a little bit unsure if it's actually necessary, but I'm going to do so anyways because of the fact that I need to wait for this war to end before I can do anything here. I might have to peace out early, as I said, but all in all I need that war to end so I can create my vassals before the rebels actually break free, or start, so to speak. That is going to be the important part here. So unfortunately I'll probably not get anything extra from well, this war here, but it still remains to be seen what actually happens here. I'll just have to wait and hope that the Ottomans end this war rather soon. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on our rebels, and hopefully I can keep them at bay for a little while longer. Well, it seems like I actually have run out of time here. There's nice nationalists on Malta, there's Sicilian nationalists in Naples and Palermo, and we have some Milanesian heretics here too. As I said, I think I've run out of time, and we're going to destroy the Knights nationalists, and we're most likely going to destroy the Milanesian heretics. The other ones I'm just going to leave running free, so to speak, and of course the reason why is simple. What we're actually going to do then is peace out in this war first. I would prefer to get something for myself. I can actually get 1 province, so to speak. So we'll take that one to make the maps look a little bit prettier, I think. So I'll peace out for 1 province in the Mamluk War, which again will not help my relations with the Ottomans, which is not the best thing ever, but it's better. They might have given me some more province than I would have liked, and of course, worst case scenario, they would have screwed up everything that's known as a plan. Malta is going to be released, as you know, as a vassal, so that is perfectly fine. Calabria is going to be released as Napoli. And I think this is the deal that we will be going for. Again, can I force release Granada as well? I can. This is major. If I can, if I can now snatch Granada from Spain, things are going to get a little bit dicey. To be perfectly honest, we're going to have to fight Spain on their own land, which is going to be harsh, really harsh. And we'll also force them to give up their alliance with Portugal, and we'll take their money. A little bit of their money to top it up. So this is the peace deal we'll be giving them. It's a fairly good peace deal, all things considered, especially for us. We are going to start coring process on Sardinia, and this one will be started coring as soon as we have resieged it. Vassals for release, create subjects. Sicily. Wait, what are these? These are Sicilian nationalists. All of them are Sicilian nationalists, so we'll release Sicily, and we'll release Naples. I can actually... What? I did not consider that. I can actually release Aragon. That could be really helpful, all things considered, Aragon as a vassal, but I think I'll potentially force them to release Aragon in another war. Potentially I can have France release them. I don't think France will be giving anything to a vassal of mine, so we'll not be having Aragon as a vassal. What we'll be doing instead is releasing, as the plan was, Naples here, Calabria, and boom. Naples actually have claims to everything, so I didn't actually need to release Sicily. My bad, I should have realized that. The funny thing is, I think I can probably... Well, I didn't have claims to Malta, so I should probably just call Malta myself then. Anyway, Sicilian nationalists will probably be helpful anyways, so I'll deal with the rebels. We'll start improving relations with Granada, which we cannot vassalize, at least not unless we use force. Excessive force, I might add. So the worst case scenario is that these guys are probably just going to be, yeah, they're probably just going to be vassalized by Spain again, unfortunately. But not too much we can do about that. Our navies are going to be joined up again. We're going to send the other army to the Baleares, and hopefully here we'll be able to keep things going without too much fuss. Apparently the rebels actually didn't do anything, funnily enough, and the unrest is gone completely. Why? War exhaustion has been reduced by 6 points already. That's kinda impressive. That means they had a lot of diplomacy points sped up. But not too much I can do about that right now. Next war will then be Palermo. Of course, taking Palermo will be the war goal, and we'll of course be focusing on kicking the Spaniards' butt with our navy again, which will most likely happen. You're probably having a province at the Baleares there, but yeah, I think we will be able to pull this off just nicely. And of course we have some incredible unrest issues here, which needs to be sorted out. I'm going to be moving this army to Sardinia, and we're going to call these two provinces rather rapidly, and hopefully here we can, well, Southern Italy wasn't really part of the achievement or plan, but it seems like it will be something that we'll be getting nonetheless, so we'll have fun with that. These two can never be converted at the current stage, so I guess I need to focus on getting myself into positive piety again. But before we do so, we'll take a point of diplomacy tech. We're now level 8. We can now build dry docks and a trade depot. Both are actually rather useful. We'll go down both army and navy maintenance. We'll actually mothball the fleet. No reason to keep it up and running anymore. I'm also going to annex Tafilalt here. The reason is really simple. They are... No, I'm actually going to annex Fez. They are the weakest of the two right now. In theory, we'll take Tafilalt. It's cheaper. I'm going to keep Fez around. I'm most likely going to vassalize Granada. The funny thing here is, due to them being Catholic, I can most likely hand them every single one of the Andalusian provinces, which will be really helpful, all things considered. So we're going to use that to our advantage here, taking 5 points a month here of diplomacy. So it's going to take us 7 years to annex Tafilalt, which is not the best, but it is what it is. I can invest some money here into getting a guy to speed it up. I don't think that's necessary. What we will be doing, however, is take indirect rule, which gives -10 to the years of nationalism. They will be hopefully a little bit helpful. But all in all now, we'll just leave things as they are. Maintenance can actually go to full because the fleet is mothballed, which means that it's basically parked. It's not in use. So it works just like that. Anyways, for the time being, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did last time. We're going to fabricate a claim here on Palermo, I think. It's the easiest province to take, let's just be honest. And I would prefer it here if I could do something with Granada, for instance, an alliance and then annexation. Sorry. We'll probably just end up declaring war on Granada once the truce runs out in 44. I think that is the best order of business now, provided of course that the French do not join in if they are still defender of faith. So we'll wait things out and we'll see what we end up with here. Well, this is interesting. I've been planning or preparing for a war here against Granada. The truce runs out in November this year. But basically here Sardinia has reformed to... or... yeah, Sardinia has turned to reformed, which is hilarious. It also gets religious seal, which is even more ridiculous. I guess it's because I haven't converted it yet, but I guess it doesn't matter. I can't convert it for a while anyways, so there's not much I can do about it. But for the time being, there's again not too much to do. As I said, the truce runs out in November this year, so the plan forward is going to be really simple. We're going to fight Granada we're going to vassalize them. Tafilalt is slowly but surely getting forward. I got myself a diplomacy dude, so he is doing well in terms of well, speeding up the annexation is going rapidly. I'm also going to go to war against the Mamluks pretty soon. We have a truce with them that runs out in well, it runs out fairly soon, 46. We're probably going to fight them all on our own, more or less, because we can, because it's most likely going to be what we have to do, if you will, if it makes any sense. And in this case, incorporate Fez, unfortunately not. Nope. Take Alcaraz is probably going to be the most likely one, so we might as well just take that. We're also going to upgrade military tech here while we can. Matchlock musket, level 11. With that we get an increase in combat width by 2, cavalry fire by 0.5, infantry shock by 0.2, and we can build barracks and weapons manufactory, both which are, well, probably useful. Probably. Now, Granada is going to be a war target here, and we are actually going to declare war on them more or less right away. Take Almeria. As you can see, no one will actually care about the fact that I'm going after the tiny nation here. So, it should be pretty straightforward. The reason why I'm losing money is because I have prepped my army for a while. But it shouldn't be anything to be concerned about, more or less. We're going to split this army into 3, and then we're going to use it to, well, do the sieging for us. It shouldn't be anything, again, for me to worry about whatsoever. And hopefully here we won't run into a ton of problems, which we could in theory do, but I'm pretty sure Granada will be already, or basically already have been vassalized with that with this battle. So for the time being, we'll just leave things as they are. Next time we're probably going to fight the Mamluks. I'm a little bit unsure if I want to. They are allied with Karakonlu, they're allied with Najd and Majetin. The only problem, of course, Karakonlu shouldn't be too much of a problem per se. The main issue here is if they get passes through Hejaz or not. Claim-wise, we're still looking pretty good here. I just have to fabricate some more claims in the area here, and then we are more or less ready to go. I'm a little bit unsure if I want to get myself into a position where I have a border with the Ottomans. I'll at least not try to take anything they have claims on, which means that Tarabulus, Damascus, and most likely Cyprus will be out of the question when it comes to conquering provinces from the Mamluks, but everything else here should be fair game, so to speak. But this is the end of this episode. We have made some progress. Hopefully we can continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.